What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellows back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to the YTBC. We working. And Sergey Derevyanchenko, if I'm pronouncing his name right, he's the middleweight number one IBF contender in the world. He's a mandatory to Gennady Golovkin's IBF belt. He's putting pressure on Demetrius Andrade. He's 11-0, and he's really putting the pressure on him. And what I mean by that is that, they're supposed to fight December 16th, right after Andrade beat Alantez Fox in the end of October. They was in talks to be in the fight, and Derevyanchenko, because we did another video talking about it about a month ago, said that Andrade and people was on board for the fight. This would have made Andrade the number one contender to Triple G, and Derevyanchenko's already the number one contender to Triple G. But he's willing to put that on the line to show that the world that he's the best at only 11 pro fights. He beat Torian Johnson. He's willing to put his number one contender status up versus Demetrius Andrade. And Andrade team seemed on board, but when it came to put pen to paper, they pulled out. And that's what he's been doing. So Andrade said he didn't have enough time to train, which was about 6-7 weeks. Derevyanchenko mentioned in this new article I'm going to link in the description that he had the same amount of time to train as Demetrius. He said that shouldn't have been an issue. And that would have been a wonderful co-feature on the Lemieux and Saunders card that just passed last weekend. That's where the fight would have landed on. Derevyanchenko, said we're going to see if Demetrius Andrade is scared or will he fight me next year. And Andrade and his team said that they may revisit the fight, as long as they get more time. And now it's time to kind of negotiate the fight once again after the turn of the year. And Derevyanchenko's not putting pressure on them, again, by saying, let's do this, let's go. I want this fight. And meanwhile, Demetrius Andrade's been talking to boxing scene, whoever he's been talking to, Stevie Kim, whatever the situation is, he's been talking to them, saying that, he wants Golovkin, he wants Canelo, he wants everybody but, Derevyanchenko. That's what it seems like, He wants to fight everybody but Sergey Derevyanchenko. And, this is a guy that just don't want to compete, and we got to give him the benefit of the doubt. If 6-7 week wasn't enough, it wasn't enough time. So we going to revisit this when the turn of the year comes and they have, opportunity to negotiate this again and get a full 8 or 10 or 12 week training camp, whatever Andrade feels fit to be ready. But it doesn't sound like, to me, of recent, that he's been too interested in this fight. He's been saying Canelo, Golovkin, Billy Joe Saunders, everybody's name, but this guy Sergey Derevyanchenko's name. And I understand, those guys bring big money or a belt in Billy Joe Saunders' case, but nobody's just gonna give you a handout. You ain't this, big crowd, puller. You ain't this, big ticket seller. You don't bring a lot of money, so you gotta go make your name. You feel me? And until he makes his name, who knows what can happen. But he gotta get a fight like this, which is very meaningful. It could put him, right there with the fight Golovkin or the winner Canelo Golovkin and be the mandatory. But like I said, this dude doesn't want to take chances. He's not a risk taker, and he wants everything to be handed to him. Derevyanchenko seems like he wants to earn it the hard way. And let's see if they can make this fight. And if they do make this fight, it could be an excellent fight. And I think a lot of people are going to favor Andrade anyway, and that's why everybody don't understand, why he pump faking with this fight, why he playing with this fight. Go ahead and take it, beat this guy, and put yourself in position to be the mandatory for the Canelo Triple G winner in May. And maybe that fight can fall on that undercard. Maybe that's what he's hoping for, a bigger money payday for both of them and a more notoriety fight for both of them. We can display his skills. We gone.